Hello everyone and welcome to a very special video. Today I have the Goonies pirate ship set and I am going to be reviewing it for you today. So please stick around until the end of the video. There is a lot of surprises in store for you and I can't wait to show you this awesome set. Let's get into it. Alright, the grand reveal. The Goonies pirate ship set. This is an incredible set, and it is well worth everything that I put into it. And there was a little bit more done on my part, and we'll get into that. Let's just do a quick tour of it. First, I'm going to flip it around to the other side real quick to show you the true wonder, which is on the inside of it. As you can see here, the Goonies pirate ship set takes you through the entire story of the movie. Speaking of the movie, that movie is one of my top 5 favorite movies of all time. It's like that, Back to the Future, E.T., Forrest Gump, and a weird one, Psych the movie. But this is one of my top 5, and it's just an incredible movie, and it's so great to see it put together in Lego so nicely. So obviously you start off right here in the Fratelli's hideout. When the Goonies get there in the movie, it's a shack in the woods basically, but obviously that's the way this is set up here to show it in here. It's not actually part of the pirate ship, that's their hideout. Then there's some stairs right here that you go down. That is where Sloth would be in the movie, where he would be hiding, where the Fratellis have him all locked up. And then you go over here, you go behind the fireplace, down the little hatch, and you go into this area where you can see that the pipes are all bursting with water. That's the first little cave area. And as we continue, there's a couple booby traps like this one with the falling rocks. You can twist it right back up like this. And then you have to take the key, go all the way over here and place the key onto this turning mechanism. I have Data right there right now with his chatter teeth. Data's latched on right here because he fell, but if you move that back up, then once you place the key, you can put it right there, turn it, and you will fall into the spikes, unless you have Data's chatter teeth to save you. Then we keep going, you go through the skull. If you can see that, very cool build that comes right out from the set. Over here we have a little log bridge that they have to cross. And then we get up to one of the most famous scenes in the movie, the skeleton organ. And the play feature on this thing is incredible. I have to show it to you. So you start off, play the wrong note. Oh, the floor falls away. Play another wrong note. Oh. Uh-oh, the floor keeps falling. Finally, you play the right note, and the door comes down. So, you head on down to see the octopus, which is from a removed scene in the movie, where they actually fight an octopus, that the set designer wanted to put it here. Go all the way around, and you climb up the ropes onto One-Eyed Willie's pirate ship. And now we flip it all the way back around. And once you're up, you can go in here to find One-Eyed Willie and all of his treasure. And there's even an incredible play feature on top here where you can have Sloth and Chunk go, "Hey, you guys!" and tear all the way down the sail. And that's just the little tour of the set. So let's get into an actual review of it. I won't have it centered during that because it's obviously very huge, but I will talk about it and show parts of it on screen. Hey everybody, I am back here at the desk and we are now going to be getting into a detailed review of this set. Just to show you a little bit how to scale it is, this is the set, this is my head. Set, head. So it's a little hard to show everything, but I'll be able to show you a few things once we get there. The first thing I want to talk about is the minifigures. So let me grab them all. These minifigures have some really incredible printing and design to them. There's a couple new molds that they even threw in there. And each character got mostly the love that it deserved. There's a few that we'll talk about. So, first of all, let's start off with one of the main characters, Mikey himself. Mikey's got that very generic, like, Lego City cutesy face, and he comes with a map that he finds in the parents' attic. So he's the one who's kind of leading the adventure. And then we'll go on to his older brother, Josh Brolin. It's Thanos, everybody! It's Thanos before he was Thanos. Mikey's older brother was played by Josh Brolin, who also plays Thanos, which is kind of ironic, in my opinion. He did not get as much love as all the other people. His face is... Oh my gosh, is that the Human Torch? Oh, wait, no, that's not the Human Torch, that's Peter Parker. Wait, that's not Peter Parker, that's every single person in the MCU has this face. So, definitely not my favorite face print. I kind of get mad when it comes up, but that's fine. He still has a very good design overall. I really like the boxer shorts and the bandana. Now we have Mouth. Mouth comes with a hairbrush. He's very talkative. He's got one of my favorite scenes in the movie when he speaks Spanish to the house cleaner and basically tells the house cleaner that the family is keeping sexual torture devices in the attic. I'm not even joking. That's a line from the movie. So, Mouth has a second face print that has his tongue out. That is actually used with the gift with purchase. The gift with purchase has the Walsh's attic, and up there is obviously all like the relics and stuff from the museum as it's closed. And one of the things that he does is he sticks his tongue through a hole in the painting, and he's like trying to make one of his friends kiss the painting. And there's a print where it's like a see-through thing, and you can put his little tongue through that. I don't have the gift with purchase. I didn't feel like I really needed it. It would be $60 extra for a much smaller set with only 2 minifigures that don't have any relevance to the overall movie. So his face print for me will just be if I need someone sticking their tongue out, I'll grab Mouth. But he is still a very well designed character. I'm glad that most of the characters got their own new face print. Looking at you, Josh Brolin. Now we have Data. Data comes with a lot of different things, like he has these chatter teeth. He also has some dynamite and a little boxing glove that can come out from his chest. So I'll put that on. See? He can fight with that. And he comes with 2 little sticks of dynamite that I also didn't really display him with, but he has. And then the face print is really cool because a lot of people are thinking that the face print came from when the same actor who played Data was going to be, he was in Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. There was a canceled Temple of Doom set, and a lot of people think this is the face print that they were going to use, and then the set got canceled, and now we have his face print for Data a few years later. So this is the Data minifigure. Very, very accurate. Torso printing, face prints overall, really great. No complaints there. Let's go on to Steph. Steph comes with bubblegum and like a bubble blowing mouth. And then she also has a smile on this side. So, great minifigure. Obviously not like my favorite character, but still a great minifigure. Here we have the cheerleader. She's pretty good too. We have all the Fratellis. Mama Fratelli is definitely my favorite, as she has a whole new hair and hat combo mold, and they all work really well together. Getting into some fan favorites, we have Sloth and Chunk. Sloth has a little thing for Chunk to be able to ride on his back. Sloth comes with his chocolate bar, and Chunk comes with the knife that they use to cut the sail. And then our last 2 minifigures are One-Eyed Willy himself, which I am so glad they put some extra detail for One-Eyed Willy rather than just throwing another skeleton in there, maybe with an eye patch. They actually put a lot of good effort into this one, and I really like that. And finally, we have the woman at the front of the ship. Isn't it a great minifigure, guys? I think this one's my favorite in the whole set. I'm just kidding, but it is technically a minifigure, so I had to include it. And then, if you really had to know, there was also a couple skeletons in the set, so, yeah, it's a skeleton. Skeleton. So, there was another minifigure for Sloth back in 2018 for the LEGO Dimensions line. And the LEGO Dimensions line, if you don't know what that is, it was a Toys to Life game that LEGO did that had real minifigures and everything, and a lot of franchises were able to put properties in, and Sloth was the only minifigure that came from the Goonies from that. And so, after a quick transition, I will show you the side-by-side comparison of Sloth and the one from this set and the one from the Goonies set. This right here is the original Goonies set. This is the one, as I said, was the Dimensions set, and this is the Sloth minifigure that came with it. So let's go ahead and pull out our new Sloth. So this is the new one, this is the old one. Let's go ahead and look at them. We'll talk about those later. So, you can tell that the new Sloth, the Superman S, is a little bit more pronounced than the other one. One thing I must say, I like this one's face print better. The head mold works really well. I think the lack of ears on this one also does something, because I've seen this one for so long, I've had it for so long, that this one does feel a little bare without the big old egg head. I still think this one's an amazing minifigure, and I really like the new hat/bandana combo, and the fact that they made it to where his head did look a little bit more round. But overall, I still like the Dimensions figure a little bit better. The torso print on this one's better, but overall on the head, this one's a bit better in my opinion. And now let's take a look at the side-by-side of the skeleton organ and the pirate ship to their counterparts. The skeleton organ does look very similar to its counterpart right here. So, let's pull this up here. So there's the original, and this is the one in the set. One thing I did like about the old one is they had the arms kind of going out. I feel like they could have done that with this one. Obviously this one works, like you can actually play the keys and break the floor around you. That can't really be done with a little Dimensions thing, so this one wins there. I think the only thing that this one really gets kudos for is the arms. But this one overall, the design is phenomenal. It looks so good. The only thing I would say is, like, they obviously had to have a wall back there so that all the inner working Technic parts can do their thing to make everything work. But this one obviously can be set in the middle of something, because the skeleton organ was very much in like a big circular room rather than flat against the wall. But still, this one is amazing. There's no doubt about it. And now, the much anticipated comparison. We have the entire pirate ship versus the little itty bitty one. So there's the pirate ship, and here's the little one. I think I like this one better. I don't really know why, it's just, I have a gut feeling that this one's a bit better than this one. So, definitely the new set is better than the, like $10 Goonies Dimension set. Obviously, it's a lot bigger and has a lot more detail packed into it. But if you love the Goonies and you don't have $300 to spare, get the Dimensions one. I think it's probably skyrocketed in price now that Dimensions is such a popular thing and very discontinued. So it's probably about 20 or 30 bucks, but that's a lot better than 300, in my opinion. I don't know if you like throwing your money away, but overall, yes, the new one is better. Building experience, I can't tell you because my building experience was a lot different than a normal person's would be who buys the set. I bought it off Bricklink used, so I didn't have to pay the full $320. So I bought it used from someone part of the Lego Ambassadors Club, which they get their sets for free to review, and then a lot of them get rid of them right after. So I got it at a discount. And the guy who sent it to me sent everything in phenomenal shape, right? He sends me the box, even the bags that all the pieces were in, except for the fact that all the pieces were mixed together. Every piece in this giant set was in one bag. All of them. Even the 1x1 small tiles. And so it was definitely hectic building it. It was the longest I've ever taken building a Lego set. I like to compare it to the Daily Bugle because that one was another much larger set that I did. I built that in one night. One night. I technically did build it the night before, but I had to go to bed. I had like 20 minutes and I built the base plate of the Bugle. The next night I finished everything. And by one night I mean like maybe like 4 to 10 o'clock. But I did finish it in one night. The base plate, obviously, like I said, I had finished beforehand. But I like to count it as one night, because if you count the time that it took to make the base plate and add it into everything else, that would be one night. This took 1, 2, 3, 4 consecutive building times. And I've never had a Lego set last 2 days. Like I said, the Bugle, definitely, I started it one night and then had to go to bed because it was very late when it arrived. This set, on the other hand, arrived at a normal time on one night, and I could have built it in one night if all the bags were together. But no, it was fun. It gave me a challenge to have all the pieces mixed together. I just can't tell you how the building experience overall was, because mine was just sifting through every piece to find one piece, and it took me much longer than normal. What's that? Oh, we're getting a message from past Andrew. Let's see what it is. Okay, let's see. All right, I think we're getting a message over here on this device. So let's see what this message has to say. Okay, I think we just press that, and then... Oh, there we go. I think it's going. Let me tune that in. Alright. Hey guys, it's past Andrew here, from the past. Yeah. Well, I'm here, building the set. This is the pile that we have going. Just remember that the set came with all the pieces mixed. So, it is very hard to build. Every 1x1 I have to go swimming for. Currently, I've got like the front built, and then over here I've got like the middle done. Yeah. So, back to the future, you guys. Wow, thanks, past Andrew. Yeah, that thing's loud. Let's get out of here. Okay, I know that was cheesy, but it was kind of cool, okay? You have to admit that. So that was past me talking about the building process. That was the pile of bricks I was swimming in. That was like half of the bricks. That was half of them. Like, it started out. It was like, you know those like gallon-sized Ziploc bags that are like this thick? It was like a whole thing of those, like a couple of those. So, it was a lot. The set itself, I don't even know what to say. It is very well designed. I did have a few problems with the skeleton organ. The door has to be able to have enough weight to where when the one specific thing is pressed, the door will fall due to weight. And apparently the door itself didn't have enough weight to fall, so I added some extra stuff to the door to make sure that door would fall all the way. Other than that, there was really no other problems with the set. I think that the person who sent me it might have been missing a piece. Only one, it was fine. I don't really care. but, you know, minor inconvenience. And then the only other thing that I could really note is that I feel like the Hey You Guys thing where Sloth goes down cutting the sail, I think it could have been smoother. The way it works now, it sometimes gets caught on the sliding mechanism, and it's just not the best. Obviously, they were trying to do what they could with all these other things going on, and it still works really well. I just think that it could have been done a little better. Other than that, it was, even without being able to build it the correct way, like I even built it out of order, I think. Like I built the front part and then the middle part and then another middle part and then the back part, because I was swapping around trying to find what I could build with the pieces that were sifting around on top. It wasn't a boring build, even if you were to do it in order. Everything has its own idea behind it. Everything is thought out differently to make it show that part of the movie in the best light possible. And I think that it really does the movie justice, and I think that the fan designer who made it for the LEGO Ideas line got everything. I think that it was perfect to his image. His set was obviously a lot bigger. I don't know, you probably haven't seen that, but his concept for the LEGO Ideas pirate ship was a lot bigger, and he had the rooms more fleshed out, but I think LEGO did a really good job trying to keep it in a lower price range than like $1,000, because the one that he built was about that size that it would be like $1,000. So LEGO definitely sized it down enough to where it still looks so good and amazing, as well as being affordable, which I'm not going to call $320 affordable, but in the LEGO adult collector's affordable way. So that is all I really have to say about it. It is an amazing set. I think that it was worth my money. I don't know if it's worth yours. That's up to you. But be sure to like and subscribe, and thank you for staying till the end of the video. Peace!